Do you want your productions to sound more interesting? Stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to show you 3 techniques that will make your songs more interesting to listen to and ultimately a lot better. What's up, guys? Another monster here, another monsterproductions.com, and as always, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So the first technique that I want to talk about is adding Foley, effects, percussion, textural type stuff, white noise, swells, basically any sort of background stuff that's going to help fill in some space. It's just going to make things a lot more interesting for the listener, and less repetitive, and it's going to really make a big difference. And I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about here. This is just a little beat that I was working on earlier today, and I'm going to play what I have with the lead and the melody and everything with the drums, but without any percussion or effects or the stuff that I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and take a listen here.
Monster music.
Okay, so I'm going to unmute all this stuff here, and then we'll just take another listen, and you can hear the difference that it makes to add these subtle things. And again, guys, I am streaming this in mono, so I apologize. You're not getting the full stereo field, but you still get the idea. So let's take another listen.
Monster music.
Okay, so hopefully you guys get the sense of how big of a difference that makes. All right, so technique number 2 is going to be at the end of every 4 bars, you're going to want to do some sort of change. So whether it be you change the chord progression, maybe you put a major chord instead of the minor, if you're in a minor key, or you take out the drums, or you add some sort of swell, or you add a drum fill. There are tons of things you can do, and I actually use several of these techniques in this same beat that we're looking at now. So let's go ahead and take a listen, and then I'll kind of break down exactly what I got going on in here.
Monster music.
Okay, so first of all, I have a drum fill, which really it's just kind of a couple hits that I have automated up, and then just this kind of lo-fi hit that I process to sound like that. I have a couple different swells going on, some more effects, and then I have this voice thing that goes like, oh, which I just recorded my voice and then kind of automated it to get louder. So all of those things together, and then also I took out the drums in this section as well. So all of those things together, it makes it more interesting, because then it goes back into the next phrase and it hits a lot harder, and it's not just the same 4 bars repeating over and over and over and over and over again. All right, so technique number 3 is going to be to switch up something within your track every 4 bars. So for example, you could add a hi-hat, you could layer the melody, add a new melody, incorporate some sort of other pad or synth or something in there. These are just suggestions, but let's go ahead. I'm going to show you this track again. I'll let it play a little bit longer this time, and then I'll come back and I'll kind of break down some of the things that I did to change it up. So let's take a look.
Monster music.
Anyway, that's enough of that. You guys get the point. So the first 4 bars, I had the melody, everything going on. And then the next 4 bars, I brought in a hi-hat. I also brought in another layered synth here, which you may or may not have heard. It was subtle. So, but the hi-hats definitely, you vibe with that as they come in. It gives a lot more bounce. So, excuse me. So then it drops out, and I actually take out this one of the layered synths to signify that, this is like the verse now. And I brought in, like a piano hit here and took out the drums. That's kind of a subtle little change that you can do. And then, let's see, what did I do here? I layered another synth and brought in the hi-hats again. And then again, I add another cool effect here, which was like, which, again, just makes it more interesting. And then completely took out the sub, added these like twerk type claps. So anyway, you get the point. Like every 4 bars, I did something a little bit different. I actually want to do a bonus technique, and that is automation. And I love automation. I talk about it all the time. It's one of those techniques that you can do anything with, and you can get creative with it. You can just really start to make your mixes come alive and add really cool things that are going to make everything more interesting for your listeners. And so I wanted to show you an example. And in this example, I'll show you my lead. I have automated basically a reverb on it where it swells up, it hits, and then it swells up after every hit. So I'll mute the reverb and you can hear it, and then I'll unmute it so you can hear it with it on. So let's check it out. So anyway, you get the point. It's just another subtle thing that you can do to just make it more interesting, make it cooler. So I hope you got some value out of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please go ahead, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and consider hitting the bell notification too, because that'll let you know anytime I upload a new video just like this one. And I'm going to be releasing videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. That's Eastern time zone. I'm here in Atlanta in the United States. So one more thing, if you guys are interested in diving even deeper and getting an even better mix, I'll put a link in the description of this video to a free ebook, which I just finished writing, and it's called What's Wrong with My Production. It's a 5-step process, and it's basically going to show you how to get from an amateur mix to a professional mix. So I hope you liked the video. Until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video.